In today's video, we're going to show you how to build a super simple in-bed composting system using just 2 pots, or really, any containers you have lying around. The goal here is to make a structure right inside your garden bed where you can compost kitchen scraps and garden waste while also attracting a ton of earthworms. This is a small setup that does a lot, and I promise it's really easy to make. Now, a lot of people always ask, why not just dig a hole in the bed and throw the scraps in there? Won't that do the same thing? And honestly, yes, that works too. We actually do it in some of our beds. We dig holes or trenches and bury kitchen scraps directly. That's a perfectly fine way to recycle waste. But building a structure like this has a few advantages that make it worth the extra step. The first reason is convenience. When you just bury scraps in the soil, you end up digging again and again every time you have more waste. That's fine if it's just a little, but after a while, it gets tiring, and digging repeatedly also disturbs the soil structure. With a composting structure, you dig once, set it up, and then just keep adding waste on top. No more holes every few days, just a single permanent composting point right in your bed. The second reason is the compost itself. Earthworms love this kind of setup. Once you have a dedicated spot full of organic waste, worms naturally find their way in. Over a few weeks, they start breaking down the scraps into rich, dark vermicompost. That means you can actually harvest finished compost and worm castings from the structure while everything around it is still growing happily. It's like having a mini worm farm right in your garden bed. And let me tell you, worm castings are pure gold for your plants. They improve soil structure, hold moisture, and provide nutrients in a way nothing else can. The third big benefit is what I like to call liquid gold for your garden. Whenever you water the bed or it rains, the water seeps through the compost in the structure. As it passes through, it picks up nutrients from the decomposing material and turns into a natural, nutrient-rich liquid. This drains out of the holes in the bottom and goes straight into the soil around your plants. It's like automatically feeding your garden every time it rains. Honestly, once you see how plants respond to this, you'll want a structure in every bed. Okay, so let's get started. For this setup, all you really need are 2 containers. They can be old pots, buckets, or anything similar. You don't need anything fancy. This is all about reusing what you have. The first step is to stack the containers on top of each other. Then we'll connect them so they behave like a single unit. To do that, we use a hot iron rod to make matching holes in both containers and secure them with iron wire. That keeps them stable and prevents them from shifting when you add waste. After attaching the containers, we focus on preparing the bottom container. This part is critical because it connects the composting system to the soil ecosystem. Large holes are made in the sides and bottom of the lower container. These holes should be big enough for earthworms to easily pass through. Earthworms need to move freely in and out, bringing soil microbes in and carrying nutrients back into the soil. In addition to worm access holes, drainage holes are also added to allow excess water to escape. Proper drainage prevents anaerobic conditions, bad smells, and rot, keeping the composting process healthy and aerobic. You'll be able to add kitchen scraps through the top, and the opening at the bottom lets worms crawl in and out. It also allows nutrient-rich water to flow down into the soil. Basically, this bottom opening turns the structure into a living, breathing system that interacts naturally with the garden bed. Once the containers are ready, it's time to prep the bed. Dig a hole large enough to fit the entire structure. We had wet soil in our bed because of heavy rain the night before, so it was a little messy to work with. But that actually makes it easier to stabilize the structure in the hole. Place the containers inside, then pack the soil around them so they stay upright and firm. Now the fun part, adding the kitchen and garden waste. Start with fruit and vegetable scraps, coffee grounds, and dry leaves. Avoid meat, dairy, or oily food because that can attract pests and smell bad. Layer the scraps in the containers, then add a thin layer of finished compost on top. The compost helps introduce beneficial microbes that kick off decomposition right away. These microbes break down fresh waste faster and help maintain a healthy environment for worms and other soil organisms. We also like to add a bit of compost tea at this point. Compost tea is just water mixed with compost, full of microbes. Pouring it over the new waste gives decomposition a head start and keeps the system active. If you don't have compost tea, it's not a problem. You can just rely on the microbes in your compost layer. But it does help speed things up. Once the composting structure is filled, it becomes a self-sustaining system. The worms get busy, the microbes break down the scraps, and over time, your kitchen waste transforms into compost and vermicompost. The liquid that drains through the bottom keeps feeding the surrounding soil. You'll notice plants near the structure grow better, with stronger leaves, healthier stems, and better resistance to stress because they're getting a constant supply of nutrients. One of the best things about this system is how low maintenance it is. Once it's set up, you don't have to dig or turn anything constantly. Just keep adding scraps as they accumulate. Every few weeks, check the moisture levels and maybe add a little water if things are too dry. And when the compost is ready, harvest it carefully from the top or the bottom. Then add fresh waste and start again. It's that simple. This method is great for anyone who wants to recycle kitchen waste efficiently while improving soil health.